Hello everyone, I hope we're doing good. Firstly, I just want to say I hope everyone genuinely is doing okay with everything that's going on in the world at the moment. It's just getting a bit madder all the time, I think. So, yeah, like I always say, look after yourselves and where you can, look after others as well, because we all need to at the moment. That goes for myself too. I think sometimes we can get caught up in stuff that doesn't necessarily really matter. And yeah, just to be nicer where we can, and yeah, that's it on that. But I hope everyone's doing good, and certainly there is reasons to smile and be happy, and that is Everton at the moment. Since my last video, I think that was in the build up to the Salford game, which was 1 week ago now, which the Blues won 3-0 comfortably at Goodison Park with very much kind of a second string team, you would say, but they all did very well. Yeah, there was 10 changes to the team that beat Spurs in the opening weekend. So there was a few sort of worries there, I think, for certain people. But, like, I felt calm personally just because of the fact of who the manager is now. And I don't think he's going to be doing anything that he doesn't, put in these players out there if he didn't think they could do the job. And they did do the job comfortably. It was pretty much a comprehensive win in the end. We never looked troubled by Salford at all. Yao Virginia got the nod to start as well and made his first Everton debut for the first team and kept a clean sheet, but I don't actually think he had too much to do. I don't think he had a save to make. But when he was called upon to collect the ball in his area or anything like that, he did well. So just made up for him. It's a great thing to be able to say that you kept a clean sheet as a goalkeeper on your Everton debut. So well done to him. But we saw players like Niles or Niels. I'm sorry, I don't actually know how to pronounce his first name yet. But Nkunku at left back. The young France under-19 was exceptional. I think he had to be, between him and Anthony Gordon for man of the match for me. Those two down the left-hand side were just fantastic. And how Anthony Gordon didn't get a goal, I just don't know. I think he hit the woodwork twice, maybe more, had efforts saved. He was brilliant. And won the penalty, of course, that Moise Kean put away right at the end of the game. Which was really good of him to do. He had the opportunity to score his first goal for Everton at Goodison Park, but he didn't do that. Whether or not that he didn't want to score it as a penalty, waiting for something a little bit more spectacular, who knows? But either way, good sportsmanship by him, and it's always good to see Moise Kean and your forwards getting the names on the score sheets, even if it's from a penalty, even if it's against lower league opposition, they all count. So hopefully that'll stand us in good stead. Gylfi Sigurdsson as well had a good game, and it was Michael Keane who scored the opening goal from a corner. It was a header, so brilliant. It's good to see him in on the goals again, and he was also Big Mickey Keane on the goals on Saturday as well, as we won 5-2 against West Brom. There's so much going on, so yeah, from a personal point as well, it was an amazing weekend for me and something that I'm so grateful for. There is a new show called Everton Live that we are doing every match game, home game for the Premier League at Goodison Park as like a build-up show for the fans, obviously myself being a fan as well, and Rich, my co-presenter, who is also an Evertonian, and the idea from the club was that there's a show sort of for the fans by fans that, we understand the club, we, know what's what, and we were asked to do this, and I'm still pinching myself. I'm still still absolutely in shock that I've been given this opportunity, but so grateful. And it was kind of the launch of that on Saturday, a soft launch if you like, because there's still improvements that we need to make to the show, but just from a technical side there was a couple of little issues, but I just loved every minute of it. It was great to be able to be back in the stadium, and obviously there's rules, there's regulations. It's not like normal. There's hardly anybody in there, and we stood in the park end with Super Kevin Campbell was our first guest as well, so we got to chat to him about all things Everton, about his predictions for the game, what he thinks of the manager, what he thinks of the team, what he thinks of all things Everton at the moment. Had a little bit of interaction with you guys at home commenting in and all that kind of stuff. and yeah, just loved it. And then obviously to go on and get the win as well was just amazing. I was privileged enough. This isn't something that I'm going to get to do all the time either, by the way. It was purely a one-off, because I think Kev had a ticket or a space to be able to watch the game, obviously being an Everton legend, but he had to shoot off, and I was living so close to the ground around, so I was able to have his ticket for the game in a very weird situation. I was in the press box, everyone's socially distanced, you've got to wear a mask at all times, all the regulations, etc. You can't celebrate, and yeah, it was just, do you know what? It was amazing, and it's something that I'm so grateful for, because it was a unique experience, and I'll be able to say that I got to see James Rodriguez make his Everton debut at Goodison, his Goodison debut, I should say, and score his first goal for the club. I got to see the Calvert-Lewin hat-trick, and you know, just some of the new players, Alan, Decore as well. So it's something I'll never forget, and something I'm so grateful for. But what I will say is that I don't know if I'd want, you know, when fans can come back, and a lot of us are season ticket holders, myself included, and you know, however fans are going to start being allowed back into games, in what format and what capacity, it's going to be weird when it's not everyone. And I'll be honest, like, I felt guilty, and I know I felt guilty being there, when all of us can't be, but it was an amazing opportunity, and one I'm very, very grateful for. I behaved myself as well. I was on my best behaviour. I think I let out a little "get in there" when Hammers put that one away, and maybe one or two of Dom's as well. But no, it was amazing, and the show went really well. And if you still want to check out the show now that we did, if you go on to Everton Football Club's YouTube channel, and it will be under Everton Live, and yeah, we should have more of that coming for you in the up and coming home games, and hopefully, yeah, we can just improve all the time and really get it up and running. But it was a huge honour to be able to do that, and I really look forward to doing that more. But on the West Brom game, as I just said, privileged enough to have been able to be there, so to witness some of these players in first hand was amazing, and obviously they all look great, but and Richarlison, I think, was exceptional again. I think he was one of the best players in the game, as you'd always expect him to be. But I know a lot of the talk at the moment is about Rodriguez, is about Decore, is about Alan, predominantly James, understandably, but just and obviously Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well, with the hat-trick and 4 goals overall so far. But Richarlison's been just unbelievable. I mean, that run he makes, and the way he brings down the ball and controls it in the build up to the first goal, when he tees up Hammers, is just great, and that's just what he does. He's getting better all the time. His overall game's getting better all the time. Any little things that you'd want him to maybe like iron out a little bit, he's working on his game, and he's improving. He clearly listens, and same with Calvert-Lewin. I think, you know, when you look at how he's improving all the time, these are clearly players who are listening to what they're being told, listening to what they're being taught from Carlo, from Duncan Ferguson, from the staff at the club, from other players. And yeah, that's what you want to see. Like, you can tell that they're probably all, well, they'll all be absolutely buzzing off playing under this manager and playing with this calibre of players. And yeah, you know, the West Brom game, obviously they took the early lead. Some of their players like Pereira, Diangana, and Robinson, you know, they just have some real talent in that team. I'll tell you, West Brom, they and for large parts of the game, for the first half, I'll be honest with you, like, they thoroughly deserved to be ahead, and I thought we were quite fortunate to actually go ahead 2-1 up, thanks to the goals from Calvert-Lewin that was originally flagged offside. We saw it back, obviously came off a West Brom player, before he put it away very neatly with his back heel. Dom did that, and then obviously the James Rodriguez wonder strike with his beautiful left foot meant that we went in 2-1 up, and of course Gibbs getting sent off as well for a reckless reaction to James Rodriguez. He can't be doing that, and obviously he got sent off, and then Bilic got sent to the stands also for approaching the referee at half-time to question him, and he was issued with improper conduct. So yeah, that went massively in Everton's favour, the fact that they went down to 10 men. That said, it was them who then equalised and scored the first goal in the second half. Silly free kick to concede, really, but it was an excellent strike to level things up. But yeah, defensively, I think we've got to do better as well. I think the wall, I think it might be Yerry Mina who doesn't jump, but these are all things that they'll be going over and over and over again, and to be able to get these mistakes out of the way and still come away with the 3 points comfortably is massive. Obviously, Calvert-Lewin scoring his hat trick. There was actually a goal disallowed as well for, I think it was the offside one, Richarlison, and again, just so unlucky there. Brilliant play. Luca Dean was great again. Thought Seamus Coleman had a fantastic game on his 250th start for Everton in the league, which is incredible. Absolute hero. And the video doing the rounds of him giving it some to Gibbs. Couldn't stop laughing. Just love him, and made up for him to be playing so well as well, showing that he's still got a lot to offer to this side, and how great it would be to win a trophy, to see him win a trophy as captain of Everton. Great players such as Jags, such as Bainesy, etc. Even like your Kales, Artetas, Pinars. It's kind of criminal, really, Osmonds, that your players like that didn't win trophies with Everton. But if Seamus Coleman can, that would be it would just be an emotional day for everyone involved. But yeah, what a game, what a result, fantastic. Great to see some of these players in the flesh. I probably won't get to do that for a very long time now. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it was great. Big win. Took us to the top of the league, as I said earlier, for over 24 hours anyway. And hopefully we can get back there with a win if we win at Crystal Palace this weekend. But in the meantime, we have got the game at Fleetwood Town as well to look forward to, which is tonight. And, talking about winning silverware with Seamus Coleman, this is a great opportunity to do so. If we win tonight, then we've got West Ham at Goodison in the next round. Next week, I believe that takes place. It's all going very quickly. Lots of fixtures crammed in, obviously, with everything that's happened with the pandemic. So, yeah. And David Moyes as well. David Moyes, Diop, and I can't remember the other player, unfortunately, who's have got coronavirus, have got COVID-19. So I hope they're okay, obviously, and I don't know what that will mean for that fixture if we get through. But yeah, I hope they're okay. It's never good to see that. But yeah, hopefully we do progress tonight. Joey Barton's Fleetwood, of course. Joey is an Evertonian. He's had a lot of back and forth with the fans over the years. He'll wind us up. We know how to wind him up, etc. No doubt he knows a lot about Everton. Being a Scouser, being a Blue, he knows the kind of things that we know, as fans. He'll be no doubt wanting to try and bully Everton a little bit, especially if the young lads start, try and get their noses ahead and then, keep the ball. Because, of course, if it stays a draw, it goes straight to penalties as well. But, again, like I always revert back to, the man we've got in charge, the players that we've got, we should have enough to progress through to the next round. But this isn't a game that we should take lightly, nor do I think that they will. We've got to progress, we've got to get through and try and get as far in this competition as possible. I think if we beat Fleetwood and beat West Ham, we're then in the final 16, is it? That could be wrong, but it flies by the Carabao Cup, and we need to win a trophy. It's been far too long, and now we've got players like James Rodriguez, like Decore, like Alan, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's firing on all cylinders. We've got Luca Dean, Richarlison. Yeah, we've got some real talent in there that now is starting to be able to progress more. So yeah, let's give it all we've got, and hopefully we progress tonight, and we can look forward to next week's tie against West Ham, and also before that, of course, a massive top of the table clash between Crystal Palace and Everton. But yeah, first we concentrate, of course, on what's in front of us. Just wanted to say as well, there's a massive game at Goodison this Sunday coming up. I will be there with our Everton Women, who have got Chelsea in the quarterfinals of last season's FA Cup. So obviously, due to the pandemic, the season got cut short. We were given sixth place finish on expected points per game, but we'd got through to the quarterfinal of the FA Cup after beating Bristol 5-0 away. So yeah, it was massively disappointing when we didn't know what would be the score with that, but the game has the tournament has resumed, and it will resume at Goodison Park this Sunday, and it will be streamed live on I think it's on Everton Digital or something like that. I apologise that I don't know the exact thing, but basically go on the club's website and you'll have all you need to know. I think you have to create a account for Everton Digital or something, but whatever it is, it's free anyway. I know that it's free. That's what I've been told. So yeah, make sure you do that if you want to tune in and watch our girls in a massive game. If we win this, we're through to the semi-finals, and one game after that, and it would be Birmingham or Brighton we've got, so we'd have a good chance of getting to the final if we get through this. But Chelsea are, you know, for me, well, for everyone, I think that they're one of the best in the league. They're, if not the best, they're the current champions. Albeit they were given it unexpected points, but nonetheless, I'm rambling. Massive game at Goodison Park, huge. The girls have got off to the perfect start in the league. A 4-0 win, a 1-0 win against Spurs and Bristol City. So yeah, everything's going well. No goals conceded. Cup quarter-final coming up at the home of Everton Football Club, and I know the girls are so excited to play there. It's just rubbish that they're not going to be able to do it in front of us and you wonderful Evertonians, because they deserve that. They deserve to get that real feel of Goodison Park and the Gladys Street, and no doubt we'd help them massively in winning them on to the semi-final. But they'll give it everything they've got. They're feeling confident, they're feeling good about it, and I'm just excited. I believe they can do it. Yeah, I can't wait to watch them, and hopefully we'll be celebrating another win at Goodison Park this weekend. So keep your eyes tuned. I'm tired. Keep your eyes peeled on content in the build up to that as well. And obviously I'll be providing content throughout the day, so stay tuned on Everton Women's platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. But yeah, for now, let's concentrate on the League Cup third round tie against Fleetwood, and what will hopefully see us seeing Everton progress to the next round.